Michelle Redding, CFO and co-owner.
I am Kevin Delange, the president and co-owner of Dry Dock Brewing Company. We make beer. We've been in Aurora, Colorado for about 10 years now. We opened in 2005. We were awarded Small Brewing Company of the Year in 2009 at the Great American Beer Festival. And we're only in Colorado, but local, independent, small brewery that's been growing like crazy for the last 10 years.
Beer industry in Colorado is booming. Right now we have about a brewery a week opening. Throughout the country, there's over 3,000 breweries now.
Colorado's getting really close to 300. We're at about 285, but again, like as Michelle said, one a week. It's hard even for the Liquor Enforcement Division to keep track of. To give us an accurate number, it's going crazy. One of the great things about Dry Dock is we were one of the first ones to open up with a new tasting room model where you're a manufacturing brewery, but you can be a local neighborhood brewery and sell your beer for consumption on premises. And so it's a nice feather in our cap to be able to be one of the first ones that thought to do that. And a lot of the breweries opening up start that way now, where they can have a small tasting room and people can enjoy their products there, and then they can consider greater expansion and distribution later on. One of the things that's great about the brewing industry is the cooperation and collaboration within the industry. We have a great partnership agreement with Steamworks Brewing Company in Durango. They have an awesome little brew pub down in Durango, but don't have the production facility to keep up with their demand throughout the state. And so we partner brew with Steamworks and make their beer for them up at our production facility to enable them to distribute. And then they have their brewery down in Durango where they can have their restaurant and brew pub concept down there. So the collaboration and cooperation in the brewing industry is fantastic. There's lots of mentors of ours in the brewing industry that have really helped us in the last 10 years, and we pass it along as well to a lot of the breweries that have opened up in recent years.
There is no industry like the beer industry as far as collaboration. We can call one of our competitors, so to speak, and we can ask them questions about their financial systems, questions about, can we use your lab for testing some of our beers and such. So it's like no other industry. We actually are friends, and we all want each other to make great beer, because the more great beer there is out there, the better it is for craft breweries.
We opened up in October of 2005, and in April of 2006 was the World Beer Cup. It's the Olympics of beer. It's held every other year on even years somewhere around the country. And Michelle and I, when we were looking at it, it was very expensive to go out to the Craft Brewers Conference and to enter this competition. And so we only had enough money to enter two of the beers. It was right after we opened up. And as they went through the competition, I didn't even go into the dinner. Michelle stayed in Denver, and I went to the award ceremony but sat out in the lobby and watched it. And sure enough, first beer didn't win anything. Second beer, they announced the bronze, then the silver. And when they announced the gold, my initial reaction was, who stole our name? Because it said HMS Victory Amber Ale, and before they said Dry Dock Brewing Company. And we were so shocked that we had no idea it was actually our beer that won. And it was a great start for us. We'd only been in business for a few months, and we ended up on the front page of Rocky Mountain News and Denver Post business sections a couple weeks later, and it was our first start for sure. So it was crazy to expect that. We were just opening up and got lucky at that competition.
And since then, we have won one medal at each of the World Beer Cups since we opened. So we have 5 World Beer Cup medals now, and a total of 20 at Great American Beer Festival medals.
It's one of the things we know we're making good beer, but to get that reiteration from the industry has been flattering throughout the years. It's been great for us and very humbling at the same time. We feel very lucky.
We look for employees who are happy, who love craft beer, and want to join a thriving Aurora, Colorado business.
The main thing we look for in employees is people that we want to work with, who are passionate about their job, capable, passionate, and happy.
We're going to continue to make beer. Right now we are only in the state of Colorado, and we're happy to stay in the state of Colorado. Right now we want to focus there and enjoy being a Colorado brewery.
One of the things we look at when we look to the future is managing growth. We've never been able to keep up, and we've had years where we've grown 300% and 70%, and this year we're excited to only grow 20%, and it makes it a little more manageable. But managing growth is definitely one of the things that Michelle and I are always focused on, and not just blowing up just for the sake of blowing up. But